match tonight for RWL Range. My name's Christy Ogilvie, and with me is acting Snarl GM Myron Schimmel.
Hi.
And with the match commentary, it's gonna be Don Hickson. He'll be specializing a bit tonight, so I've got the lead. And fans, it's lined up to be an explosive card of RWL action, and we sure hope you'll stick around.
You ain't kidding, Christy. It's going to be a great card. We got men's division, ladies division, legends division, tag team division, everything's represented.
Good evening, everybody. Yes, Myron, unfortunately, everybody is represented. Which brings me to my next bit of sad news. Kaz Manson of the Sectarians has returned, and he is back with us tonight and in our opening contest. The Guru of the Sectarians, Kaz Manson, locking it up one-on-one with the lightning-fast Tony Dangerous.
Welcome to RWL Rage. Our first match is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Coming down the aisle, from Statinopolis weighing 206 pounds, the lightning-fast Tony Dangerous.
The resident superhero back in business again. He couldn't get an opponent that's any more like some comic book villain than Kaz Manson. Interesting way to make your return, isn't it? And we haven't seen Kaz for weeks, since his last good and proper ass whipping. Wonder how ready he is.
He says he's ready. He wanted the match, so I said, look, let's make it interesting. You got Tony Dangerous, so you come back next week.
His opponent representing the Sectarians from Death Valley, California, weighing 198 pounds, the Guru, Kaz Manson.
Well, you talk about making an entrance, Kaz Manson, returning to the scene after several weeks away, and facing the lightning-fast Tony Dangerous in this card opener. And well, it's a battle of cruiserweights, and Kaz Manson, well known for his ungodly, uncanny, preternatural luck.
That's what I figured, the battle of cruiserweights. It couldn't miss. Great card opener. If Kaz is on his game and everything.
The bizarre and unpredictable Kaz Manson in his first confrontation here with the lightning-fast one. Referee Willie Johnson sounds the bell. They come center ring. Kaz blocked immediately. Tony Dangerous with a forearm. A kick to the midsection from Kaz Manson. Manson makes his way to the top turnbuckle. Tony Dangerous stands himself up, and Kaz misses with the missile dropkick. Tony Dangerous locks him up from behind, has him up against the ropes, and here he goes over the top rope from the clothesline. Tony Dangerous lining it up here, makes the rebound off the ropes, and look at this, absolutely beautiful. The lightning-fast Tony Dangerous stops here by Kaz Manson with a dragon screw. Manson putting the brakes on the rally for Tony Dangerous, rolls him back inside the ring. Kaz Manson locked up. Tony Dangerous with Kaz up over the shoulders, drives a knee into the head of the Sectarian Guru. The lightning fast one quickly up to the top turnbuckle, turns it around. Oh, would have been beautiful, but he caught both knees from Kaz Manson. Rebound off the top rope, moonsault, misses the mark. Tony Dangerous not there to receive it. Tony Dangerous off the top rope, clothesline, takes Kaz Manson down center ring. Rebound off the top rope, moonsault, lightning fast. Tony Dangerous doing a lot of high flying here. Here's another standing moonsault to Kaz Manson, catching another top rope moonsault from Tony Dangerous. Tony takes it all the way topside again, and one more. Look at this. That was a beautiful spinning splash from the lightning fast Tony Dangerous. Covers 1, 2. But no, Kaz Manson finds his way out of the pin. Tony Dangerous really beginning to shine here in this matchup. And Kaz Manson has not mounted a great deal of offense. Sweeps the leg, takes Tony down, rebounds off the top rope, misses the mark with the moonsault. Case of monkey see, monkey do, perhaps. Kaz Manson to a standing position. Tony Dangerous off the look at this beautiful Hurricanrana with a pin one, but only a one. Just a one count. Kaz Manson finding his way out somehow. Tony Dangerous locks him up into the armbar. Referee Willie Johnson checking things out, but Kaz Manson rolls himself free, delivers a couple of shots to Tony Dangerous, spins him around with a right, goes around, and whoa, what a tilt-a-whirl Hurricanrana from the sectarian guru. Jumping neckbreaker from Tony Dangerous. Tony Dangerous stalking Kaz. Manson again up in the fireman's carry from Tony Dangerous, spins him around. Look at this beautiful slam. Kaz may be out to lunch. Here we go. 1, 2. Again, Kaz Manson powering his way out. Tony Dangerous has to re-go from start here. Off the top turn. Whoa! What a beautiful spinning splash that would have been, but Kaz Manson puts the knees up in a timely fashion. Kick to the midsection from Tony. A standing moonsault misses the mark. Kaz Manson just rolls out of the way. Manson with a Hurricanrana on Tony, follows it up with a stomp. A standing dropkick to Tony Dangerous. Tony caught from behind, German release suplex from Kaz. Kaz drives a knee into the face of Tony Dangerous. Kaz Manson currently in control of the matchup. A hard kick to the back of the lightning fast one. Kaz Manson quickly makes his way to the top turnbuckle, goes high risk. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What a swirling senton from Kaz. Here we go. 1, 2. But no, Tony Dangerous getting the left shoulder up before the count of 3. Manson rounds up Tony Dangerous, whips him towards the far corner. Tony quickly dodging out of the way. Kaz Manson with a series of kicks, a shot to the midsection and a DDT to Tony Dangerous and a standing moonsault, completing the combination. Manson with an armbar on Tony Dangerous. Tony Dangerous to his knees to a standing position. Couple of lefts and Tony Dangerous is free. Kaz with another kick takes Tony Dangerous down to the canvas again. He gathers him up, whirls the arm. Whoa! Quick counter. Both men back to their feet. Look at this. Kaz Manson like a spider across those ropes to deliver a kick to Tony Dangerous, following it up with another series of kicks and now stretching the arm of the lightning fast one. Kaz Manson covers, hooks it. Look at this illegal pin. 2, but no. With the illegal pin and everything, Kaz Manson could not get it done. Tony Dangerous whipped over the top rope out onto the floor. Kaz Manson going out right after him. Tony with a kick to the head. Right in front of the first row, standing moonsault to Kaz Manson. Kaz with a kick to Tony Dangerous. Has him all the way up, but oh, wait a minute. Tony Dangerous with a series of shots to the head frees himself from a dangerous situation. Kaz Manson equally quick with the counter, a kick to the midsection, and slams Tony Dangerous to the floor. The referee been counting the whole time. Kaz drives Tony's knee into the floor. Tony misses with the running kick. Kaz Manson pitches him towards the barricades. Manson catches a kick to the head from Tony Dangerous. Tony strategically making his way back in. What in the heck is Kaz Manson up to? A deeply disturbed individual is Kaz Manson. Kaz with a snapmare rebound off the ropes and a drop kick to the face of Tony Dangerous. Kaz whips Tony towards the far corner. Kaz Manson has him up on the top turnbuckle. Tony Dangerous may be going for a very rough ride right here. Kaz Manson's got him in the fireman's carry on the middle rope. Look at this here. Oh, helter skelter. That's what that was. Kaz with the helter skelter. Here's the cover. 1, 2. Tony Dangerous, somehow, some way, getting the left shoulder up in time. Kaz Manson beginning from start again. Tony Dangerous to a standing position. Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. But the moonsault fails to connect. Tony Dangerous getting his knees up. Short DDT to Kaz Manson, center ring. He is laid out. Tony Dangerous getting ready to fly here. Whoa, and there it is. That beautiful spinning senton. Here's a cover. 1, 2. Tony Dangerous spun like a top. Wow. Kaz Manson laid out center ring. Tony off the top rope moonsault again to Kaz Manson. Kaz to his feet. Tony Dangerous countered. Kaz with a kick. Deftly leaps over, makes his way to the top turnbuckle. Go. Well, there it is again. That twirling senton. And here's a cover. 1, 2. But no, one more time. Tony Dangerous defying the odds here. Kaz Manson returning to the attack immediately, stretching the arms of Tony Dangerous. Tony brought to a standing position, quickly counters Kaz with a chop to the chest. Look at this, has him up. He's got him set up. Dangerous measures. Tony Dangerous slams Kaz's face into the canvas, follows it up with a stomp to the shoulder. Rebound off the top. There's the moonsault one more time. And he's going to go for something else here. Oh, man, look at that. A cannonball. Here's a cover. 1, 2. Are you kidding? Kaz, what preternatural means is keeping Kaz Manson going. Tony Dangerous, one more time off the top turnbuckle. Catches knees from Kaz Manson as he makes his way back to his feet. Kaz will Tony Dangerous up in the fireman's carry, slams him down, covers, hooks the leg. 1, 2. Wow, Tony Dangerous again finding his way out of a dangerous pin. Kaz Manson urging Tony Dangerous to his feet. Off the middle rope, Hurricane Rana to Tony. Kaz Manson again returning to stretching the arms of the lightning fast one. The sectarian guru catches a headbutt from Tony Dangerous. Tony sets it up. There it is, another moonsault. The lightning fast one covers. 1, 2. I don't believe it. Kaz Manson getting up that left shoulder. Tony Dangerous has to be a little bit frustrated at this point. The sweep of the leg from Kaz. Rebound off the top. There's another moonsault. Both these guys doing some serious high flying. Kaz Manson targets Tony Dangerous on the top turnbuckle, changes his mind, goes for a series of chops and kicks instead. A snapmare, a chop to the back of the head of Tony Dangerous. Tony is laid out. Kaz Manson one more time, targeting the lightning fast one. Here he goes. Whoa! Swing and a miss. No joy in Mudville tonight. Kaz rounds up Tony, whips him out over the top rope and onto the floor. And I'm sure by now both men have to be pretty frustrated. What a match it has been so far. Tony locks up Kaz Manson, pitches him towards the timekeeper's area. Kaz quickly making his way back to his feet. Tony Dangerous with a jab takes himself back inside the ring. Kaz Manson again with this bizarre display of his. Kaz makes his way back inside the ring. Tony Dangerous misses with the kick. Manson misses with the drop kick. Kaz rounded up by Tony Dangerous. A chop. A rebound off the ropes. And look at that. A handstand kick. Unbelievable. Here's a submission. No, too close to the ropes. Referee Willie Johnson breaking that one up. Tony Dangerous makes his way to the top turnbuckle again. The superhero flies, and whoa, there's a Hurricane Rana that took Kaz Manson for a ride. Tony, with a stomp of the shoulder, quickly goes for a cover here. 1, 2, 3. I took well now. What a matchup. Tony Dangerous defeating Kaz Manson by pinfall.
The time was 13 minutes and 11 seconds. Your winner, Tony Dangerous.
Talk about your hard-earned wins. Tony did everything but drop an atomic bomb on Kaz, and he just kept on coming like the Terminator. Sick matchup. Hate to give the Sectarians credit for anything. Kaz came back to compete.
Yeah, he did very well.
Kaz Manson enduring quite a beating from Tony Dangerous, but in the end, the lightning fast one comes up with the 3-count pinfall over the Sectarian Guru. And fans, there's a whole lot more RWL Rage coming up, and we'll be back with all of it right after the break. Stay with us.